I'm dead sitting here talking and my mic was muted. But nah, I had like a really annoying weekend. Like for real. Like it was just so annoying. Um, like it didn't even make sense. Like I don't know. Like I'm somebody. I like certain things be done a certain way. But yeah, if everybody, yo, what's up? My fault. My fault. I'm all backwards. Um, Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Twitch, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. I'm just trying to. I might be a lot at this point. I'm almost damn near trying to die, but it's not happening. Um, I don't know, cause I actually just want to see what it looked like. You know, for real, for real. But yeah, yo, forgive me for sounding like that. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I've been pretty much. I had to work today, and I pretty much just got back in like almost 4 this morning. All right, let me see where we was last at. Okay, so pretty much we need to pick a faction. Oh no, I already became a mercenary. So like right now we really just vibing. Like we could really just do whatever we want. I went there to try to help these people, but they was kind of trash. So I know we had to back up, cause see what I don't understand is like why can't I get troops from here too? Like never makes sense to me. Oh boy. But yeah, man. I just really got back. And hold on, cause did I mute the sound? Okay, yeah, that's why I'm not hearing nothing. There we go. Cause I'm like, yo, what is really good? I don't know what it is. I feel like every single time, uh, my PC, like I do anything on my PC, like just anything out of the ordinary. I feel like it just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just do whatever I want. Cause who's gonna turn that up? Just a schmitch. Right. Okay. I really feel like it just be doing whatever it really wants. Um, I don't know what's good with that. But anyways, yeah, I had to go to South Florida, right? Which was never the plan. The original plan was I was supposed to go see my. I was just going to see my mom. Some regular degular. You know what I mean? And my mom is the type of person where she'd be like, "Oh, she wants to do this thing," and then just does it. It don't matter what. Oh, yo, not us really jumping these 3 little people. Like, not us really jumping these 3 people. But anyways, I learned my lesson. I was just like, yo, from now on, I will never. I am not going nowhere with her if I'm not bringing my own car. I gotta bring my own car because she really just wanted me to come because she ain't want to have to drive. Oh, I missed. You better not hit me with a rock. Hey, what you got going on? Ooh, how I hit my own man? Hey man, what I tell you about hitting me with a rock? Yeah, I'm about to like that's gonna be my kill. But anyways, um, so yeah, I tell my mom like, oh, she gonna see this person, whatever, whatever. My mom be gatekeeping people that are like real pinnacle points of my childhood. You know, like that's why I be like, yo, it's crazy. But um, she went down to see somebody. She went down to see 2 people. She was going down there to see my stepfather's father, right? Which he's got some health issues and health concerns and all that kind of stuff. So I said, cool. I hear that. Now, not to be that person, but like it was just kind of like, would I have really gone if it was just to see him? Probably not. Like just because it's like, and it's no like it's no offense to him or anything like that. Now, if my stepfather would have been like, "Hey, can you come?" I would have come. But um, he's really um he's really on like uh yo, brain fart. He wasn't really like on that premise because he didn't even know he was gonna go till the day of, because originally what was supposed to happen was I was gonna go over to the house, we was gonna go do something else or whatever. Then she hit me with the, oh, she want to go down there because she want to go see this person. Okay, yeah, that should be better now. She said she want to go down there because she want to see this person, and I'm like, okay, but the person that you want to see, like, you know, are they all gonna be there, or whatever, like. And then my other thing was, I was just like, yo, like, why are you just randomly going down there, or after all of these years? That's the one thing I had to tell my mom. I said, Mom, you a bad friend. Like, me and you couldn't be friends, cause, like, these are like, cause these aren't. It's not like regular people. It's not like people like, oh, we was just acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people that, like, help raise her child. Hey, dang! Wait, hold up. Let me go back before I get knocked off my horse again, like I did the other game. I ain't gonna lie, they violated me on my. Dang, I jumped right into that tree. We gonna let y'all handle that. But anyways, right? So I told my mom, I was just like, yo, you a really bad friend, because I couldn't be friends with you, because me and you fight, because you're not about to be friends with me for, you know, 15, 20 plus years, right? Like an active friend for like 6 to 10 years, and then just decide you want to fall off the face of the map just because, like, and you used to live at my house and all that kind of stuff. You're not about to do that. Like, I am not. That is not me. I am not that kind of friend. We will have problems. Like, I will show up at your door. Like, yeah, y'all better bring out what y'all got. Like, y'all getting me tight too. Oh, that's a, no, that's just trash. So, it's not good in the stuff that I don't need it to be good. Like, so, should I tell you? No, I'm not even gonna do that. I just made y'all just give up what y'all had. Hey, you come over here. So anyways, she just decided that she want to randomly pop up at these people's place. Cool, whatever. And how? That don't even make no sense. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to focus. I was just like, what made you do that, sir? But anyways, let me see if I can help those people out. So, y'all know. She hits me back up. She like, oh, he want to go down there too. He trying to see his father. His father about to have. And in my head, I was just like, that's something you should have been like that. Oh, shnikes. Can you? Oh, they coming down here now too. I'm like, hold on. I gotta like make some adjustments. I'm like, she starts telling me like, oh, he about to. Oh God. Let me just go here and help. He want to go down and see his father. In my head, I was just like, you should have been went and saw your father like before this whole thing. But that's besides the point. Like, I'm not about to like try to get at you over that. And it turns out like, yeah, he's about to get surgery because his eyesight's really bad and all that kind of stuff. All right, cool. He didn't confirm whether or not he could go, but he just randomly told his job that he was gonna work from home, and it wasn't like it was something that was like approved. And I was just like, so you really just going out on a whim, pretty much. Like, you haven't confirmed whether or not this was an actual thing. So my mom was just like, no. And really and truly, I knew what my mom wanted the whole time. She just wanted someone that was gonna drive. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like, oh God, God, sir. Whoa, let me get up out of here. Let me stay in the back where I belong. Hey, man. Trying to hang out with y'all, man. I'm gonna sit right here with y'all. So, anyways, right? So, my my mom's a finesse, Captain Finesse, man, top finesse, top shot. So she decides like, oh, they're gonna make, because originally we was gonna go for the day and come right back, and then it was just like, all right, we'll go, but we'll spend the night and we'll come right back. And I'm like, all right. So, because really and truly, like, we'd have been there for, like, really and truly, we was going to go there for a couple hours. That's really what it was going to turn into. Oh, my God, I just said my own thing. So, I said, all right. I get there, right, and I'm telling my mom, I'm like, yo, we need to leave. Oh, God. So, I'm telling my mom, like, we need to leave, like, at this time. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense because, like, so we could avoid the traffic and all that kind of stuff, right? So she's just like, oh, did you get your hair done and all that kind of stuff? And I was just like, listen, I'm going to try to get my hair done. And I was trying to go get it done the day before. It wasn't happening. The lady didn't have no appointments available until the day of. And, oh, God, this is taking forever. I can't get a single kill. And I'm like, okay. I said, you know what? I'm not even about to really stress about it because I'm like, yo, we're really going there for one day. Like, and this is people like that we used to live with at some point, you know? Like, so I'm like, why am I really about to sit here and worry about how my hair looked to them, you know? And it wasn't like I'm going nowhere. Oh my God, I can't. Oh, that's crazy. So anyways, that gave me time anyway. So I'm like, okay, we need to leave early. She like, oh, but I don't want you to have to drive so early. I said, don't worry about it because I get up that early anyway, right? So I get up at like 5:30. I get ready. I go out the door. I'm at her house by about 8:30, like 8:20, 8:30, right? I get to the house on my way, but like before I even get to the house, on my way there, she's just like, oh, She texts me, oh, you need to make sure you're at the house by 11. And I'm like, why do I need to make sure I'm at the house by 11? Because that don't make no sense. Because we supposed to be leaving at like 9 o'clock, the latest. She like, oh, she going to get her hair done now. And I'm like, but you were supposed to get your hair done yesterday. So what happened to yesterday? And what is happening right now, bro? And I'm like, what happened to yesterday? And she's just like, oh, well, she couldn't get it done yesterday and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. But that's not making sense to me because, like, you didn't say that. And if you couldn't get it done yesterday, like, I was just like, why couldn't you get it done yesterday? Like, I just couldn't understand. But she was trying to, like, she was almost trying to pawn it off on the lady. That's why she couldn't get it done. But it really wasn't the lady's fault, come to find out. Right? But I found that out later. So, I get to the house, and I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. We're going to leave at 11 straight. 12 o'clock. And then I get there, and I talk to my siblings, and they're like, oh, yeah, they're going to be back by, like, 12. And I'm like, what you mean 12, bro? I'm like, this is what I don't like. Like, at this point, I want to go home. Because, really and truly, I could have got back in my car, drove there, got there. But I say, okay. All right, fine. We gonna get there, man, 12. And, let me just wait here for a little bit, because I got to heal. Like, actually, my person's actually hurt. So I just have to make peace. Who do you make peace with? Oh. Oh, he made peace with them. Okay, so we cool now. Alright. So, anyways, she talking about, oh, you know, no. Brain fart. They're talking about 12. I'm like, alright, whatever. So I just decide, like, fine. I'll I guess I'll just wait. At this point, I ain't really got much of a choice because my only other choice was to just leave. So I decided to wait, and we in the house, and I'm like, all right. So my stepfather shows up. He wasn't there at the point. That's what blew minds from the get-go. Because when I got there and I saw him and the car wasn't there, I was just like, what is happening? Like, if you getting your hair done at 7, it's almost 8, 9 o'clock. Like, I'm like, where are you at? Like, but I'm like, you know what? He probably waiting for her, and he about to bring her back. So I said, all right. He comes back without her. I'm like, sir, where's your wife? What are you doing here without your wife? What are you doing here without your wife? He's just like, oh, she's still getting her hair done, and the lady was late, and he's making it seem like he mad. He's like, yeah, the lady was late. I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm like, I don't get it. I want that guy back. Y'all can have them too. Wait, hold on. What was his? No. You can have those two. Give me that. And I'll take one of those. Okay. Alright. So, he's like, oh, she was late or whatever. And I'm like, okay, alright, fine. Like, and we're waiting. She's supposed to be done by 12. Ends up not being done until like 3 o'clock. I'm like, ain't no way. She like, oh, like he finally say, oh yeah, she ready. Keep in mind, I done fell asleep. I've been in the house so long, I done fell asleep. I done laid down and fell asleep after I done just drove God knows how far to these people's house. I done fell asleep. I've been pretty much asleep since I got there. I was there for a little bit. I was talking to my siblings. Then we just got into a point where it was just like, yeah, we about to just wait. And while I'm waiting, I end up just knocking out. Next thing I know, my stepfather's just like, oh, like, yeah, we gotta go get her, whatever. He's just like, trying to wake me up. I get up, I get in the car. I'm still kind of asleep. We get in the car, we get there, she's still not done. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Then she's sitting here telling me, oh, for me to come inside. And I'm like, yo, I hate when she does this because, like, it's like she be trying to show off about, like, oh, like, yeah, look at my big son. Yeah, look at my big son. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you know, it's cool and all. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes I like that. Like, I like being shown off. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm the big son. You know what I'm saying? But, like, this was not the time, lady. We needed to go. Because at this point, I'm already tight. I'm hungry. I don't want to drive, you know. And like you're halfway annoying me right now, and I'm really trying to keep it together right now. Hold on, I'm really mad. I sat here and clicked all of them. Anyways, so we end up leaving finally after I go inside and I say hi to her hairdresser that I really don't bangs with. You know, like I really don't bangs with her hairdresser. Where am I going? I really don't bangs with her hairdresser just because like there was like a couple of things that happened, but that's besides the point. That ain't really got nothing to do with nothing. So I go in there and I'm saying hi to all the people, and you know Salam, man. It's just a whole bunch of women. They sitting here looking at me like, and I'm like, fucking up, bitch, looking at. I was like, bitch, you halfway bald. Give it up. But anyways, so she like I'm looking at her hair and I'm like, there ain't no way we really sat here all this time. And keep in mind, she didn't even pack no bag, nothing. And she getting mad at everybody else, like, oh, how y'all ain't pack no bag for me? And I'm like, lady, you shouldn't. Why'd you even bother getting your hair done? Like, I don't understand at this point. So while I'm there, I figure out the reason she didn't get her hair done yesterday was because of her. She didn't come. Or I'm gonna assume she wasn't on time. That's really what I'm gonna assume. And because she wasn't on time, the lady was just like, nah, I got people. Like, you could try to come to my arm, and I'll try to squeeze you in. I'm about 100% sure that is exactly what happened. Like, she was just like, I'll try to squeeze you in, which is what happened, and that was it. Like, you getting squeezed in does not mean you're gonna get seen. If you're supposed to be there at 7, that does not mean you're gonna get seen at 7. And what I'm really assuming happened was she tried to show up at 7:30. Nikes. She tried to show up at like 7:30, whatever. And make him stop. Hold on, I gotta focus real quick because I was not expecting it to be this many people. So I'm like, I'm like, we need to go, Mom, because she's sitting there trying to make jokes and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm not banging with you right now. Like, we're not cool right now. Like, you're kind of pissing me off. Because, we should have been left. You should have told me all of this stuff. Like, when you was making those kind of changes and all that. Like, especially being that they was actually going to directly affect me. Because I already knew, like, because we're leaving so late, we're not going to get there so late. And that heightens the chance of us actually staying longer than, the amount of time that we originally talked about. Because I can understand why you would be like, oh, we should stay an extra day because we didn't really, like, make the trip make sense. But, we get past that. We in the car. Guess who had to drive after my stepfather started getting tired because I wasn't about to drive. Because I was just like, yep, I was good to drive earlier this morning when I said we should have left. And that was also part of the reason I said we should have left at that time. Because I know I would have been straight. Because I would have already been in like, oh, I need to drive. And, you wasn't trying to go at that time? Alright, well, see you later. So we ended up driving down, and it was actually quicker than I thought it would have been. But we get there at like 8:30, right? Like, and that was my other thing too. I was just like, you're not telling that lady that we're going to her house, and she hasn't updated her on like, oh, like, hey, here are the things that happened. We're not gonna get there on time, because really what she should have did was never went to that lady's house that night. We should have went to where we was gonna be staying at, and then went to the lady early the next morning and been like, hey, we're here, respectfully. But no, you showed up to this lady house nowhere near the time that you told her that you was gonna get there at, and when the lady called you, it's like you trying to avoid the question. Like, she lying. She like, oh yeah, we on the way. We is not on the way. We's not on the way, baby. We's not on the way. Like, we was not on the way. Like, we just got on the road. Like, we just got in the car. Like, on the way is just like, oh yeah, like, for the distance, we already about an hour into the drive. You could say you on the way, man. But nah, not at the point that we was at. So I'm like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yo, I'm really not finna get into it with him. So we in the car, I knock out, I fall asleep. I'm like, whoop-de-woo. Like, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm asleep. We yeah, I'm asleep, and like the whole ride, right? We finally get there. It's 8:30 or whatever, and like we're like a couple minutes away. My mom's just like, oh, like, should we stay at this lady offered for her to stay at her Airbnb for free, and she booked the hotel. I was just like, and she's asking me right then and there, oh, should we stay at the Airbnb or should we go to the hotel? In my head, I was just like, why is that even a question? Like I was just like, what are we really talking about here? Because I don't understand how that's a conversation. Yay, what's up, Twitch man? I'm like, I really don't understand how that's like really a conversation right now. Like, why are we even conversing about that? Like, that should be a no-brainer, right? That should be a 1, 2, welcome my shoe, 3, 4. Oh, what am I? 3. Oh, I need some wood. I'm just like, I just really can't understand why this is the topic of the conversation. So we end up staying. I'm like, we should stay at the Airbnb. That's just my opinion. It made the most sense. The lady was giving it to you for free, like, and I'm pretty sure wherever that Airbnb was going to be a whole lot better than the hotel that she picked. So, damage with bows. So, damn, I keep having this brain fog. Hold on. Range damage while mounted. Yeah. So we stay at the Airbnb, right? We get to her house. She made food for us and all this kind of stuff, and we sitting there talking and all that. And in my head, I'm like, yo, that lady is really nice because, she should have told her off. Cause I know that lady, and she normally would have told her off. Like, that would have been a normal occurrence. Why did I lose a person? I don't know, whatever. So she didn't say nothing to her. She let her rock, and we're at her house, and she's making us food and getting us everything that we want and all that kind of stuff, and we talking, and you know, we're going down memory lane because like that lady, we really kind of she really helped raise me, her, like my mom. Like she was like my mom's mom when, you know, while my mom was in the States, because we all from Jamaica, right? So she the lady was really like my mom's mom, like away from Jamaica, because she used to really get on my mom's case and like, you know, teach her stuff. Like she made sure she learned how to cook. Like she used to get on her when she wouldn't clean and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh baby, if you know how far the mighty have fallen. Why do I feel like my horse is so freaking slow? So yeah, I'm about to just run them right into them. So the lady had made us order that food and all this other stuff, and you know, I don't know, like me personally, I don't really like going certain places. Oh my god, I don't like going places with my siblings per se, because I don't know, they just sometimes they don't know how to act in like social settings. Like it's just, I don't know, it just be some of the stuff they be doing. I'll be like, yo, I'll be trying to tell them like less is more. Like sometimes you just really just need to not say or do anything, and people will be like, oh my god, they're so respectful, and it's just like, yes. But anyways, so we're in the house, and you know, they're talking to the lady, and I'm like, at no point did my mom just be like, oh, I'm sorry or whatever, like I shouldn't have showed up to your house so late or whatever. And and sir, I need you to get shot real quick. So we go to the Airbnb, right? And yo, this place is nice. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, oh, she letting you stay here for free? I'm like, you know, did you plan to give her something? Because in my head, I'm like, it's one thing if it's like a person that you know, like, very well, and she's giving it to you for free. I take it for free. But because at some point you had, I'm pretty sure you did something for her that, you know, like, I can rationalize that. Like, if my friend had an Airbnb, and if it was like my best friend, like I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't about to get him no doggone money, because you know, every time, and because that's just the type of person I am. Like, you know, I already like anytime he in the vicinity, like I repay it like tenfold. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Can you just like die? Yeah, thank you. What about you? Yep. Cool, thanks. So I asked my mom, I'm like, yo, you plan to give her some money or whatever? And she's like, oh yeah, how much you think? I'm like, I don't know, like, find out how much the place costs. Or like, I was just like, at least give her the cleaning fee. Because then it's not like she really lost anything on y'all staying here, other than the fact that she wasn't able to book the place while we was here. But at least, you know, she ain't gotta pay to clean it. Why these people really sat here and tried to clean that place like when we was leaving? But that's not besides the point. That's on like the last thing. So I just realized I never like sent them. So but the Airbnb is nice. You know, I tell them like I was about to sleep on the couch. We found an extra room. Like she turned the garage into another room. And my mom and them was just like, oh, they want to be in that room. So I took the upstairs, like the really nice upstairs room. Like that thing was really nice. So fast forward, we're at the next day. Like they supposed to be going to see Danny and Father, because obviously we couldn't go to see him the night before. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like we getting up early in the morning. We about to go do that. I get up early and I'm waiting to hear people start moving around. Like I do like the basic things. I wash my face, brush my teeth, all that kind of stuff, right? Lo and behold, these people ain't got up. As far as I know, they haven't gotten up yet. So I'm just like, yo, like, what's good? So I go to my sister. I'm like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, yo, I tried to wake them up. I'm like, all right. Like, y'all not about to stress me out. You feel me? Like, that's not what's about to happen. So, Outrider? Sure, why not? So, finally, I see them, but I already got up. I already hit my cousin up. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go check my cousin. Because really and truly, that would have been part of what we did yesterday. I'm like, hey, let me borrow the car. I'm going to go see my cousin real quick. Because I'm not about to sit here with y'all all day and, like, talk about nothing. Like, we really not about to do that. So, I go see my cousin. And, you know, me and my cousin talking or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we chilling. And my mom started saying, oh, like, yeah, they about to leave. They about to go to his dad's house. So I'm like, she's like, oh, do you want me to pick you up? I'm like, I mean, in my head, I'm like, I'm not really pressed for you to pick me up. I kind of didn't want you to pick me up. Like, because I was really just chilling with my cousin. And I would rather stay there a bit longer. Because I'm like, I'm not going to be here all day. Oh, man. So I'm like, nah, just go do y'all thing first, and then just kind of let me know what do y'all really, you know, what are y'all trying to, what y'all feeling to do. She's like, fine. She messages me back, ends up coming to pick me up. I said, bro, this is not what I said at all. But at this point, I'm like, you already here, so what am I supposed to do, right? So, they come pick me up, and I tell my cousin, I'm like, oh yeah, come down and say hi to your auntie. He come downstairs or whatever. His girl was there, so this was the first time I met his girl. She's really dope. She's cool as hell. Like, I really feel like that is the person that he needs, because he's really antisocial, and like, I didn't know that for a very long time. You know, like, it wasn't like something that I had confirmed or anything like that. But he's antisocial, so it really just kind of like worked out for him. Hold on. Clean. Because I'm like, yo, I know I got somebody that is... Who is this? Sister-in-law. Yeah, you. Found your way to me. So anyways. So, she's cool as heck, right? So me and her was talking or whatever. We was all talking, and she was pointing out some stuff about him. Supposedly, he's supposed to be coming up to where I'm at. And granted, like, I was just like, what? She was like, oh no, he's coming. Like, when she said it, I was just like, oh, okay, I believe you. Because he had never, like, done nothing like that before. And he was talking about he was about to surprise me. I was like, how you about to surprise me? You don't even know where I live, right? So he's like, oh, I got your location. I was just like, all right, that's fair, but I was like, that's fair. I ain't about to argue with you about that because he really could have just like, you know, just used my location to pull up on me. So, oh, so, hold on, I gotta. So, we my mom pulls up and he comes downstairs. He says hi. They all talking and everything. And my mom just be like, sometimes she just be doing too much. Like she be saying too much. Like I'd be like, sometimes I get it. You got your opinion, but nobody cares. Like you don't have to introduce every single person. Ooh, child. I was like, you don't need to introduce everybody to your opinion. But I'm not about to sit here and argue with you because I don't care enough. So she eventually we leave. Keep in mind it's raining. We all standing in the rain talking and everything, and then we finally leave, and she's just like, "Oh my god, that looks like it hurts." Wow. So I kind of like wait to kind of get them into a position where they could like leave. So they end up leaving, and we leave. We're going to, yeah, we're going back to the lady that fed us house. So we're there, whatever, and it's cool. Like we're just talking and all that kind of stuff. We hang out there for a little bit, and then because they had already went and saw his father, so he was in the car at the moment. Like we're driving, we're going to take him back because they went to go get a haircut. That's why that was also part of the reason I did not want to like. I was just like, you don't need to come and get me now. Like, what y'all coming to get me for? Like, so, like, you really about to get a haircut? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a point in me just being in the car because I'm not about to get a haircut. So, they're oh Lord, they drop him off. Yeah, they drop him off, and we go to the lady's house, right? We're at the lady's house, and we just chilling or whatever. Like, this day was chill, too, but, like, her daughter was there, and it was just kind of like, you know, they was kind of annoyed from the day before because, like, we was really there till, like, you know, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, bro, you showed up to these people's house late, and then you stayed there for an extended period of time because, like, you know, they decided that they was going to pray, and you know, being a pastor's kid, like, I already know what time it is. When they say they about to pray, like, yo, we about to be here for a schminute. You know what I mean? Like, this is not about to be our Father who art in heaven kind of prayer. Like, this is a hallowed be thy name. Let's read five parables from the book of Exodus. Right? Oh, Lord. Almost died. So whatever, they're there for a good minute praying that night before. So they was like, I really felt like they was annoyed, like, and which, you know, yo, what you doing at my house this late, lady? Like, unannounced, pretty much, you know, and y'all sitting here eating all my food, like, come on. Oh god, that's stupid. Yo, you saw that? He ran into that tree hard as hell. So they leave me alone, bro. This is annoying. So, oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So now it's Saturday, right? We eventually leave these people's house because we just like, yo, we're not about to be at these people's house late again like this. End up being there late anyway because I'm like, yo, what do y'all consider late? And sir, let me stay around my units because I had stupid ass. So, sorry, had like super brain fart. So, what ends up happening is, the oh, I have to make sure I wasn't like in a Discord or nothing. What ends up happening is they're all like praying, and I already know, like, once they started praying a specific way, I was just like, this is gonna go on for a while. This is not gonna be like 10 minutes. This is not about to be 20 minutes. Like, it's not one of those. And ooh, it's not about to be one of those. And we eventually they finish praying or whatever. We leave. We go back to the Airbnb. In my head, we're leaving tomorrow, like Sunday now, because I told them I had to work on Sunday, and I don't get off to work until 4. So I have to, like, finish out my whole day, and I had a full day. And of course, the day of, I can't log into nothing because they did this big old update. No! Why are you doing this? You was just running away. Yeah, got your stupid ass. Should have minded your business. Yeah, I don't give a damn. So, anyways, oh God, where was I? What was I even saying anymore? Let's see. Yeah, I just gotta make it there. So eventually, we go back to the Airbnb, and it's pretty late, right? And I have to work tomorrow morning. I immediately just go right to sleep because I need to get up and work. So, I gotta keep these people away. So, I gotta get up and work. And so I get up to work or whatever. They got up, they did whatever the heck it is that they was doing, and they ended up going to church, right? I was gonna go to church because A, I didn't have no clothes, and B, I had to work. So I figure out my whole work situation, and I'm finally able to, get down to business or whatever. And it's just me and my sister in the crib. So my sister has just been like constantly like walking back and forth. So I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? She like, oh, she gotta wash all the sheets. I'm like, why are you washing all the sheets? She just like, oh, her mother told her to. But I'm like, but I thought the reason that you stayed home was so that you could do, because she had some homework that she needed to do. And I thought the reason that she, I thought the reason she stayed home is so she could do this work. She was just like, yeah, but she told me to do this. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So, why is there no arena fights? Like, I don't understand. So, she stayed home to do this work. And she washing all the sheets or whatever. And I'm just like, all right. And I'm like, do you need to wash in here too? She's just like, well, her mother told her not to leave my room for last. And, because she knows I have to work. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, do your thing. So, my sister's sitting here watching the sheets, and I'm like, yo, are these people really sitting here trying to wash these sheets so they don't feel like they gotta pay her? Because I was just like, there ain't no way that y'all really about to do that just to not pay her. Like, I was just like, bro, like, just pay the money. My mom was just like, you pay the money. I'm like, nah, because my mom was supposed to pay to get my hair done, because that's really how she got me to go, because I wasn't gonna go. Like, I really wasn't finna go. Like, I was just like, no, ma'am. But anyways, I almost kind of like this. I really kind of want to try it. I'm gonna try that because I feel like it'll spit out more. Look at that. These do so much more damage. We're gonna get some of that. So let's just get 2 of them things. Now I gotta pay 10 racks. That's weird. That's fine. I don't really care. So she My mom ended up doing whatever it is that she brain fart. They ended up going to. Oh, we're fine with them too. Should get some more. Food and all that. So they go to church, they come back or whatever, and I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, so they ain't fighting no more, even though y'all let them take one of our spots. That's fine. It's kind of late for that. So they end up that's all of the main people. Okay, they end up coming back. They get there at like 3:30. So I'm thinking we about to just leave right away. No, they decide they want to go back to this lady's house and then go back to his father's house. I understood his father's house. I didn't understand really going back to the lady's house and staying there as long as we did. But I was just like, that don't make no sense. And we really didn't leave out of the Airbnb until 5 o'clock. And what I thought the plan was, get out of there at 4. Cool, you know, it's gonna take us about maybe 3, 4 hours to get back. We get back at 8 o'clock. That's a reasonable time. We don't end up leaving South Florida until, drum roll please, 9:45, almost 10 o'clock, because they went to the lady's house, which was cool. The lady's house was quick, and then we went back to his father's house, and he was really just supposed to go to say bye and all that kind of stuff. And we really didn't leave until, like, they done sat there for like a whole. I fell asleep again. Like, that's how I know they was there for a minute. Like, I was asleep the entire time. First of all, the house was like, something was up in that house, but, you know, he wasn't really feeling it. You know, they started praying. I fell asleep. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I wake up, we get in the car, I go right back to sleep. Because in my head already, I'm not driving anymore. Like, me driving is over. Like, the chances of me driving, dead. It's over. It's not happening. Like, that ship sailed. Like, it's beyond over. So we end up finally leaving, and we're on the way back. And my I'm asleep this entire time because in my head I'm like, I have to work tomorrow morning, as in this morning, and then I also have to drive home. So I really had to make a decision. Do I try to go to sleep at their house and then work from there and then leave in the morning, or do I just go back to my house? And I went back to my damn house because, first and foremost, they ain't even got nowhere for me to sleep. There's only 2 rooms, and it's not like they got carpet, so like sleeping on the floor was like definitely out of the question. Like, I was like, absolutely not. I am not about to do that. Like, y'all gotta be bent. So oh, that is a big town. So I end up driving home that night. I'm leaving from Orlando at like 3:40 something to go back home, and where I live is like 2 hours away from their house, and I gotta work at 7 in the morning. So I come home, I get here at like, dang, why did I think? No. So I leave their house at like 2 something. I didn't get home till like 4. And I had to make a decision. I was just like, it's either I stay awake or I try to go to sleep right now and try to get whatever sleep I can, and then, you know, go on to the next day. Listen, I was not about to go to sleep. If I went to sleep, I probably wouldn't have woke up on time. So I stayed awake. And, you know, I worked my whole day or whatever. Even though, like, I was sitting here struggling. Like, I was just like, yo, listen, let me chill out before I go fall asleep in between one of these appointments, and I go ahead and miss the other appointment, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I work the whole day. My sister gonna text me, text me back before you get in trouble. I was just like, today's not the day. I was just like, you trying to go and see him today. But yeah, so that's why I ended up getting on here early, because like, I was really trying to sleep, and after I was done with work, I fell asleep, and I woke back up at 6, and then I was just like, then it made sense for me to just do it early instead of trying to take a nap before 8 and then trying to get on here at 8 and then go back to sleep. Like, it's better I just get this out of the way right now, and then when I'm done, I can go to sleep, and I can sleep for as long as I want. Right? But yeah, that's kind of why we on here right now. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm probably about to just end it right here because ain't nothing exciting really happening. Like, I'm really just strolling around this doggone mat. We gonna be back on here. What's today? We gonna be back. We gonna be back on Wednesday. Check me out on Twitch. It's Ready Daily 1. And follow the socials. I gotta drop them in the video. But yeah, we out of here. We out of here.